Okay, so the question I keep getting asked a lot during our mentorship programs by young people is how can I believe in myself? How can I believe in myself? So it seems like we are in a situation where probably there are so many things that discourage us. There are so many people, there are so many negative voices in our heads, such that we even start doubting our own abilities. But doubting your abilities, it's not something which is very new. But to go back to this question, how can I believe in myself, or how do I believe in myself? There are about 6 things you need to know about believing yourself. And if you can internalize these 6 things, if you can believe in these 6 things, these 6 components about believing in yourself, then you can crack that code about being confident, believing in yourself, and chasing and going for your goals, if you have any goals, of course. So the number one thing you need to know is that you are an expert in an area no one can beat you. You need to understand that you are an expert. You were born an expert in an area that no one can beat you. And that area is being yourself, is being you. You are the best person at being you. No one can beat you at being yourself. Be confident in the fact that whoever you are, wherever you are, or however you are an expert at being you, and no one can beat you at that. The number 2 thing you have to know is that when you decide to do something, make sure you become your number 1 supporter. Be your number 1 fan. Be your number 1 support system. Be your best fan. Be your best motivational speaker. Don't allow anyone to speak to you before you have spoken to yourself. If you write a book, do not allow anybody to critique your book before you critique your own book. If you're a musician, do not allow anyone to speak about your music before you can speak about your music. Now, I'm not saying that whatever you do may be perfect. No, but even with those imperfections, even with the flaws, just to make sure that you are your number 1 fan, you are your number 1 fan, you are your number 1 supporter. Now, this one is a big one. Number 3, you must always make sure that you listen to constructive criticism. Listen. You must have a teachable spirit. You cannot know everything. Of course, whatever you are attempting to do, much as we say that you are the best at being yourself, but the things you are trying to do, if you're a musician, there are people who have done music before. If you're writing a book, there are people who have written books before. There must be someone who has attempted, either failed, or someone who has done it in a very successful way. So always make sure that you listen to constructive criticism. Now, as you listen to constructive criticism, just make sure that you ignore all negative criticism. And how do you tell the difference? Constructive criticism is always geared to edify, to build, to construct, to make you stronger, to make you better. But the negative criticism usually offers no solutions. It's someone trying to throw shades for no good reason, and then they are telling you about your problems, they're telling you about your issues, they're telling you about your shortcomings, but they're not offering any solutions. Negative criticism will never offer solutions. So listen to constructive criticism, and this is going to build your confidence. This is going to build you believing in yourself as a person. So number 4, this is almost like number 1. Number 4 is that you have to believe, you have to know that you are born to fulfill a mission that no other person on this planet can fulfill. Be confident in the fact that even with your flaws, even with your shortcomings, even with your so many problems, the mission you are born to fulfill, no other human being can fulfill it. So be confident in the fact that actually I was born for a purpose, I was born for a mission. The Bible says that He has known us, that God has known you in your mother's womb, even before you were conceived, even before He put you in your mother's womb. There was a plan for you to be born, and there was a mission for you to fulfill. There was a purpose for you. So you have to be, first of all, find the consolation in the fact that you are not an accident. Find the consolation in the fact that you were born, regardless of where and how you are born. But now that you're here, just know that there's a mission which is waiting for you to fulfill. And that reminds most of us, some of us people who think we are useless, who are told we are useless and we can amount to nothing. So number 5 thing you need to understand, that you need to know, you must prioritize personal development. You must look at yourself, look at your life, look at your surroundings. Identify areas that need strengthening or improving. Personal development is a continuous process, and the more you develop on your skills, the more you hone your skills, the more you sharpen whatever needs to be sharpened, you will be better, and you are going to have more confidence, and you're going to have more belief and more trust in yourself that you have some steady hands that can actually deliver on something. So number 6, always learn. Why? Because knowledge is power. Power is confidence. Confidence is daring. And the daring is progress. And when you're making progress, of course, that is the process of winning. Progress is winning. Listen to me. If you want to go, let's say you want to cover 12 kilometers by foot, if you have to jog 12 kilometers, the very first win is when you take the first step. So when you take the first step, you have won that first step. So that's why I'm saying progress is winning. So always give yourself to learning. I'm going to repeat this thing again. Always learn, because knowledge is power. Power brings confidence. Confidence brings that daring spirit, that risk-taking ability. And the daring is progress, and the progress is winning. So learning equals winning. If you learn, you're going to gain more confidence and you're going to believe more in yourself. As I finish, let me say this. The reason why you have to believe in yourself is because if you do not believe in yourself, you will never find anyone who can believe in you 100% the way you can believe in yourself. Yes, people can tell you we believe in you. People can say yes, you have, you can do it. People can say yeah, please go for it. People can say we are behind you. But you realize when somebody says we are behind you, it simply means that you have to be in front. So a person who is behind you can never believe in you as much as you believe in yourself, because whatever you face, you are in front, you're going to face it full force, you're going to face it head on. So believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one is going to believe in you the way you can believe in yourself. I hope that helps somebody. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and subscribe, hit the like button. And if you have a friend who can find maybe meaning and value in what you are sharing here, please share this video. If you're watching this on our webinar, thank you so much for attending. We will be doing more of these in a couple. Zama, you're saying something? No, I wanted to say that we will be doing more of these on a monthly basis. The problem is not the venue. We will be announcing the time and the dates of when these webinars can be conducted. If you have attended this webinar, thank you so much for your question. Please go in the comment sections also. Just to go when this video goes on YouTube, go in the comment section, comment, tell us what you think. Are there any other strategies that someone can apply to improve on their belief system and their belief in themselves and their confidence? Tell us, because we have no monopoly of wisdom, as I keep saying. Thank you so much for your time, and we will see you next time in the next video. Bye bye.